Kids should hear this.
1928.
Are you doing your video? What? 1928?
1928.
Where?
Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Kenosha, Wisconsin.
And
Come on down. Michael!
in 4 races,
No
I had
way,
the most
Jeffrey.
points.
Everybody come down. Grandpa's
Won
talking
the
about his high
national
five. Come on
championship
down.
for that year
Won the national championship where?
You're gonna miss it.
in Kenosha, Wisconsin for the United States.
How about that?
Original bike pieces items. Come on down. Wait,
That's
Rob, hold
amazing.
on.
What was the story about you were 2 years earlier? Start from the earlier part of the story.
Oh, I took it to Sesquicentennial in Philadelphia.
Can you explain what sesquicentennial is?
That was the 150th year after independence, which was declared in Philadelphia. And they had a big celebration then. And we had the national championships there that year.
1926.
Yes.
And what happened?
And I tied with Rhodes of Baltimore for second in the national championship. We had Metzler of Chicago won the championship.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. And so then 2 years later,
And 2 years later, I went to Kenosha, Wisconsin. And there, I won the first prize.
all right,
Hey, Rob.
national championship. How did that race work?
That is what?
How did that race operate? What was the rules?
There
Or
were 4 races, a third of a mile, a 1 mile, a 5 mile unpaced, and a 10-mile point race. In a 10-mile point race, at the end of each mile, there would be a sprint. And the first person would get 5 points, second person 3, third 2, and the fourth 1. And then at the end of the race, they'd add them all up. The one with the most points. Race.
Isn't that incredible? Do you remember how many points you had?
No, I don't.
That's all right.
Well, you had the most.
You remembered everything
That
else.
was a grueling race because you had to sprint 10 times without any rest.
Wow.
You feel like running it again?
You know, I used to get a feeling I could do it again, but I know that's just not practical.
You haven't had that feeling lately then?
Not lately, no.
So why are you taking that bike to Florida, Rob?
My grandson, I think, has a friend of bike shop, and they're going to put it in the window.
Oh, cool. They're not going to sell it, though, are they?
No.
No.
They're just as a, that's me.
I
They should label it the championship bike.
Right.
They will label it, won't they?
Fix it up a little.
I suppose they will do some fixing.
That is something else. Look at that
That is,
bike.
Rob. That is,
Rusty.
I'm so glad you got that. No, but that is really special. The bike that you won on.
Where's this bike been all these years?
Up in the attic at 8:20,
Was it in the attic?
8:10. At 8:20.
In the attic.
In the attic. It was in, well, I couldn't keep it in the attic in Mount Rainier, so I had to keep it in the basement. So the basement was pretty damp, and it got a lot of corrosion on it. Then when we moved to 820, well, I put it up in the attic.
Amazing. Very neat. 1928. That's the year before the crash of the stock market.
Yeah, all those tires. They
Yeah.
were silk tires.
Silk?
Silk tires.
Silk tires.
Silk tires?
Yeah.
No kidding.
You'd have 90 pounds of air in the tires,
Is that a lot?
hard as rocks. You put only 30 in
flatten
an
out.
automobile tire.
Oh, you
Wow.
put 30 in there. Oh. Did that help it go faster? You have 90 pounds?
You wouldn't get much drag on the roadway.
It's incredible.
But I guess being so
So this
skinny.
is the man, the national champion.
Yeah. He had his picture in the paper.
great. Any of your grandchildren or your children, Rob, real athletes?
Yeah, his grandchildren were.
Really?
Yeah, John was a runner and Joe was a runner.
There's the other cameraman.
Mike, you got
Hey,
running on
Mr.
that side.
Cameraman. Mr. Cameraman. I got my eye on you.
Me? I got you too.
Oh, that's good, you two.
There's Grandma.
Yeah, his grandma.
But you can see what
Wonderful dinner tonight,
Wait.
Dad.
age will do.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Who made the gingerbread house?
Yeah,
You made that? This year?
that's neat.
Gee, that is really good.
What diameter are those
Now each.
wheels there, Rob?
28 inches.
When are we gonna eat it? We're not gonna eat it. Why not?
I guess you
It's
said you
not-
don't
it's
remember
not
your time for
Yeah,
that,
it's
The what?
the time or the points
frosting
for that race?
made out of something very candy.
No, I don't.
Why just can't put candy on it?
How many people competed in that
Oh,
race?
you
Did you
wanted
say
to-
that?
Boy, that's,
Did you say how many people competed in that race?
that's like Hansel and Gretel.
Well, if there are many more,
It's like the house that
any
Hansel
more than
and
like
Gretel.
7
Because that
They would
frosting,
have
doesn't dry.
make
It's hard
heats.
to-
Oh, okay.
had heats
Just
of the third
Concrete
and
in
the mile.
it, break the teeth.
Uh-huh.
Of course, in the 10, why they put them all on the track.
$1,000 from the two stairs.
Now,
There were
How much
there were
did
about
you ever get
35
for it?
states represented.
okay, now did just anybody enter or you had to compete on the state level first?
Oh, you had to be a champion.
If you don't have 1,000 tickets, you
champion
can't get
district of Columbia.
$1,000.
When was that race? Champion of the District of Columbia.
That was in August,
Same year.
same year.
How many new teeth do you have?
Oh, when was the national championship race? What time of year?
September,
September.
right
Okay.
after Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
A few days ago, Rob. Oh, and you got it.
Okay, great. This is interesting.
Wow.
Shall I put it back in the truck?
Right,
Okay. Signing off.